Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. To throw, Kaepernick. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
First and 10, Taylor now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. He'll decide to keep this once more. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They go play action with McDonald. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Tackle made by Chase Young. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run on first down. Taylor, space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to Taylor on first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Kaepernick. To the right side, complete to Taylor. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Blankenship out for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, McDonald. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, 30, 20, 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Play action. It's McDonald. Man open, here is Jones. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, it's Taylor, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They run with Taylor. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. A final shot before break. McDonald going for the deep ball. And now here's another interception. picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good.
And now off to the races down the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 186 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from a yard out. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
McDonald sets to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Here's McDonald to throw.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Chase Young.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
This young man, Chase Young, has it all. Speed, power, and a full arsenal of moves to get to the quarterback. The Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2020, he had 7.5 sacks that season. They expect plenty more in the future.
McDonald. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Throwing is McDonald. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're going to try and throw. And the ball is knocked out, and the Colts pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, I know he doesn't want a fumble loss by his name, but it was 4th down. I don't think he was going to get to the marker anyway.
I think he just hired you as his attorney because you have just argued that this fumble is actually okay.
I'm just saying not all fumbles are created equal, and the defense would have had the ball there anyway.
Okay, so the defense gets credit now, right? Someone gets a nice little mark by their name, but it really doesn't hurt the other guy because he wasn't getting there anyway. I like that. Good job.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. A short kick taken at the 18. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald looking deep for Julio. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll run. It's Henry. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
6-man. Check cross, check cross, check.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Here's a diving catch right side. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
Strip that ball.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action.
Check. Mike, no. Sunday. Check.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to them.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point up and good by Bullock. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run again with Hines. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Hines. And some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing on 1st down. McDonald, and caught by Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Looking to throw. McDonald.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there.
And now it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
To Henry.
Stays on his feet. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. McDonald.
That's complete. Okwuegbunam.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, McDonald. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And that's going to be a first down to the 30 as he's brought down inbounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis,